you guys enjoy your whatever that is.
All right. Test. Test.
Test.
Test. Test. Three.
Hello, we are back with segment 3 of episode 222. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us into the third segment. And we're going to reward you by you get to hear Brian talk now.
That's right. Segment 3. So again, New Year is a time of reflection and a time to look forward and be excited for the new year. You know, it's full of endless possibilities in the new year. So let's take a second here, first of all, just to reflect a little bit.
You know that your year's going to be as shitty as it was last year, so don't get too excited. Fucking curb that.
That's right.
But how about you, Brian? Yours is endless because you are a man of mystery, wonder, and delightment.
Thank you.
So before we get into what you liked about 2024 and what you are looking forward to in 2025, do you have any? Did you make any resolutions?
I'm still formulating a lot of those in my mind, you know. So, okay. I mean, mine is still like I'm trying to be careful. I don't want to just make too broad of a goal. You know,
like spending more time with me type deal, because we do it weekly, but over videos. I understand.
Of course. Anyways, I'm still trying to make more specific resolutions and goals. How about you? Anything you're working through?
Normally I make a joke, but actually I went the most generic resolution there is, and to start going to the gym, and today I did.
Good.
With no job, what the fuck else was I doing? So I went to the gym, and it was good. A little treadmill in, did a little because my shoulder's a little wonky, so I can't do like heavy weights right now. So I'm just did light weights, got back into it. But no, I felt good. I felt good. So I mean, will it last? Probably not, but I did day one.
That's good. That's where it all starts.
That's right.
Yep. Best way to start something is just to start it, right? So
that's right. Or to stop. That's what, because the other one was stop masturbating in public.
Sure.
Well, more specifically, Walmart's aisle 3, but
or at the gym.
Masturbate at the gym? Yeah, they frown upon that, I think. I mean, we'll find out tomorrow, but I think they frown upon it. We'll find out.
Yeah.
I need to do it somewhere public, Brian. God damn it.
We'll keep at it. We'll talk more about goals as we go through the next couple episodes here. So
I like that.
All right. So in reflecting over the past year, what's just some of your favorite? I sort of put mine into. We're not going to elaborate on these. I mean, it's just sort of just maybe go through a list real quick. But like any particular movies, shows.
Sure.
If you haven't categorized at all, like what do you got first there?
Anything that didn't happen in fucking December.
Yeah, for sure.
Fuck December. No. Do you want to go back and forth, or you want the list?
Go ahead. Just give me a list.
All right. Shrinking on Apple TV. I know I keep telling you all this, but it is the best TV show on TV right now. If you love Scrubs, if you love Ted Lasso, Shrinking. I mean, come on. It's Harrison Ford in, honestly, one of his best roles, especially of his latter years. Brian, you need to see this. Shrinking is a fantastic show.
Okay.
Beetlejuice was one of my favorite movies of the year. I was a little apprehensive because you don't know what you're going to get with a 30-year sequel. But I enjoyed it. It was good. They treated the story and the characters with respect that you would hope.
I agree with that.
To not make it too cheesy or seem like just a money grab. I enjoyed it a lot. So,
Yeah,
Beetlejuice. And these my last two are a little more personal, but my second or third one here, the Chicago concert we went to. Brian and me and Megan went to see the band Chicago at Earth, Wind, and Fire also.
Yeah,
they opened. It was honestly, I've been to a lot of like rock concerts and this whole thing. It might be the most fun concert I've ever been to, just as an experience and the laughter and the just everything about it. That Chicago concert was one of my highlights of the year.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
And then honestly, and I'm not doing this for promotion, doing this podcast. You know what? We're in the year 4. This is in year 4 or whatever. Who would have? You know, not a lot of podcasts last after a year. We've been doing, you know, coming up on. You know, we're into the 5th year, right?
That's right.
And it's I still enjoy it. If we didn't, we wouldn't do it. I still enjoy weekly getting together with you and Nick. And so yeah, I do think we've hit our stride, and I think we're entertaining. At least that's what I think. Hopefully everybody listening or watching agrees. But yeah, this podcast is another one for this year that I've enjoyed all year. So
cheers to that, brother.
Cheers, brother. See, look how fancy my fucking got my initials.
Oh, look at that. Nice.
In my fucking bourbon glass.
Very good.
Here we go. All right, so that's my 2024. What about
Gen X Brian here from the Convincing Idiots podcast. If you're enjoying our show, tell a friend. And if you're not, well, tell 2 enemies.
What about your 2024, Brian? What have you enjoyed?
Real quick here, show-wise, Shogun. If you haven't seen Shogun yet, on FX, Hulu, it won tons of Emmys as expected. Just make time, work your way through that. Of course, we talked about The Penguin a few times. Penguin's one of my favorite shows of the entire year. It is so well done, in my opinion. I'm enjoying Creature Commandos, the new James Gunn, the first thing he's done for DC, the animated show. Creature Commandos, a new one drops every Thursday, so I'll be checking out tonight's episode soon. Just a lot of fun, entertaining. We both enjoyed Agatha All Along. It's one of the best things.
That's a good one.
Series of the year for sure. Only Murders in the Building continues to just knock it out of the park. Just thoroughly entertaining.
Very good.
Steve Martin, Selena Gomez, Martin Short, just phenomenal. So it's one of the best things on television right now.
I agree.
And even so that ABC, I've noticed they're now airing episode 2 from Hulu on the normal network.
Oh, really?
To introduce people more to increase the audience. That's great.
Sure.
And Fallout. If you haven't seen Fallout yet, check that out on Max. It's based on the video game.
Yeah.
Super cool.
I heard the one interview with oh boy, he's got the weird name. He was on the Righteous Gemstones.
Yeah, the guy that plays Baby
Billy.
Yeah. That guy there is so good.
I hear he's good in that show.
Oh, so great. Great. He's like a zombie type cowboy in this, right? So in movies, Dean, Deadpool, Wolverine, thoroughly entertaining, one of the best, it really brought back Marvel in a big way. One of the highest grossing movies of the year.
See, I'm glad are different because I agree with your complete fucking list.
Yeah, that's okay. Hitman, very entertaining movie.
Okay.
This is with oh my gosh, the guy that was in Twisters.
Oh yeah. Oh shit, he's got actually a new show I just saw on Hulu coming out where he plays like a college football player or some shit.
That is correct. Yeah. Now we're talking about it, and while we're chatting, I need to pull it up right now because he is so good. Glenn Powell. Yeah, so
Yeah, Glenn Powell,
he's
yes.
in more and more things right now. Of course, I mentioned Nosferatu. I did enjoy that. Furiosa. This did not do well in the theater, but this is again the prequel in the Mad Max universe. If you like the Mad Max movies, if you like that, just check out Furiosa. I think I think it's on Max. You can find that. And then the Watchmen comic is still one of my favorite graphic novels of all time.
Okay.
Originally from the mid '80s, and there's been movies and different adaptations, but there's been a comic adaptation that you have to buy. There's a two-parter that's right in line with the graphic novel pretty well. So I thought they did a nice job with that, animation-wise, voice-wise, etc. So I did buy both parts to that. Definitely enjoyed that. And I share sentiments to it. The podcast, again, like you said, continues to be a lot of fun. We'll continue to do that. The concerts we went to and different things. There's many other things that personal life-wise was very rewarding. Getting the house here with Al. There's so many things that were blessed over the past year. So,
well, that knowing Allie and the wonderful person is, that should be at the top of your list.
Of course, absolutely.
Because you should be so lucky.
That 100% correct there. 100% correct. All right, so 2025.
Okay, 2025.
What are some things you're looking forward to?
Let's not do the listing. I want to go back and forth on these, just because it might give us some, one thing might remind you of something else that we even didn't write down. So
that's fine. What's one thing at the top of your list, pop culture wise?
You know what number one on my list is? Superman.
Yes,
coming in July. The trailer's out. They've said that the screening is how did they put it? Along the lines of the Guardians of the Galaxy, of how good it looks. Or not how good it looks, how good it is. So the early screenings, people are putting it up there with how good the original Guardians of the Galaxy was and perceived. So that's some good shit there. I am a gigantic Superman fan. I've James Gunn. I mean, he's proven himself, obviously. So I mean, I can't wait. It's my number one, hands down. I'm looking, and I'm glad we only have to wait a half a year.
That's on my list too, Dean. So yeah, a lot of things you already said. James Gunn just does things well. I think he creates things from a fan perspective, but he's not afraid
at putting that human emotion and laughter and combining it so well.
Yes, I was disappointed. Henry Cavill was such a good Superman, without question. But not his fault. What he was, the writing and the scripts he was given is all this. It's just too dark. Too dark of a Superman for Henry Cavill. Just really wasn't given a fair chance to try to really create a lot of great movies with what he was given. So I think James Gunn will do it right. I think again he's a fan. We've already talked about too. I like the fact that there's just all these characters are there. We don't need all the backstories and all the build up. This is the universe. I don't need to
know where Lex Luthor was born.
Right. And then certainly for us being from Northeast Ohio, the fact that they shot a lot of this in Cleveland, there's a lot of cityscapes and this that we recognize from being around Cleveland. Absolutely. That's right.
I actually was getting coffee with the crew when I was working downtown over the summer. I went into this coffee shop and I didn't realize that I kind of walked into the production area. And because I was doing selling and stuff, but I was like, I need a coffee. So I went there and there was, stagehand and stuff, getting like the actors, getting their orders and shit. And yeah, it was very cool. Awesome. The filming was going right around the corner. I wasn't ballsy enough to go poke my head around, but yeah, it was cool. It was very cool.
Very nice. Yeah,
There
we'll
was
check that out.
lanyards laying around. I'm like, I kind of want to steal one of the fucking lanyards. Yeah, I thought about it. Not gonna lie.
And certainly, as we know, Superman was born in Cleveland, Ohio. The original writers
right.
were from Cleveland. They created him in Cleveland. So very nice to see him coming back home, if you will. So
That's right.
Yep. All right. What's next on your list, sir?
It's a little bit personal, but I'm looking forward to an AC/DC concert and a Jeff Tate concert that I'm going to this year.
Yes, I'm wearing an AC/DC shirt right now.
Brian's Christmas and birthday present to me. I'm going to AC/DC and Jeff Tate. AC/DC, I have been a fan of since who isn't? When you're a teenager and you listen to AC/DC, I mean, everybody goes to that phase and it stays with them, even if they, it's not a band you listen to on a regular basis. Who doesn't love AC/DC? Jeff Tate, I don't know much about him. I wasn't a huge Queensryche fan. I listened to some of the stuff she sent me, and it's not really necessarily my bag, but I am looking forward to that. It's all of us guys. I don't think we've ever been to a concert together, like our core group of guys. Like Nick will be there, and all of us together. That's what I'm looking forward to. So you could have a homeless guy farting into a tuba, and I would be looking forward to it.
Yes, that's gonna be a lot of fun for sure.
Yes. So those two concerts, and that's it. I mean, who knows what other concerts? They haven't put out the $25 concerts, which I hope the Men at Work concert. I saw that you posted that, dude. I really hope that's part of that deal.
We'll have to watch.
Yeah, I would. I'm in.
Christopher Cross.
Yep.
And somebody else, I can't remember now. Toto. That's who it is too.
Yes,
Toto.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the lead singer of Men at Work, that dude, I've been a fan of his solo work for a few years now, and he came to the Kent stage a few years back, and I'm like, I'm sure they won't sell it. By the time I got there, they'd sold out. Like I really, really would like to have seen him. So if this is part of that deal, I'm in.
Yeah, we'll definitely plan some shows. So concerts in general. Weird Al's coming in September, Dean, as we know. There's some other ones there as well.
We need to. Yeah, Weird Al needs to be one.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
What about you? What's next on your list, Brian?
Let's see here. More movies here. I'm looking forward to the Fantastic Four First Steps.
Absolutely.
I'm really excited. I've been a Fantastic Four character fan since I was a kid, and I'm really looking forward to hopefully Marvel doing it right. Definitely interested in the alternate universe, and they've already existed for some time. They're going to introduce other characters.
You don't have to explain the fucking. We've seen enough. Let's just get into it.
That's right.
Nikolai.
Hi.
Nikolai's back. Look at him. Look
so
at him,
late.
Pretty little Faith coming in here, joining our show.
That's right.
Baby. Welcome.
Oh, I'm coming to get the Dusty Rhodes talk. I feel special.
It's 2025, and we are here for the dream, baby. We are here for the American dream.
Say 2035?
No, 2025.
2035.
I also am stuffed up still, so
Gotcha.
Sure, it sounded like 2035.
Yeah, I apologize for being so late. I'm fresh off of a family game night with our friend Aaron Blake from Blake Insurance. So, but yeah, no, we had a good time and got caught up in some pretty lengthy Pictionary games and things like that. So
we also probably got lost in his eyes. So
that, well, of course, yeah.
Well, part of Aaron's contract is he has to hang out with somebody at random at least once per year. Yes.
Right.
You knocked that one out of the park.
Yeah, appreciate that. Glad I could help. Anytime. So what are we talking about? What's going on?
Man, I don't know. All right. So briefly, do you want to just tell us how you've been real quick, so we can just knock that out because we've covered that we've had COVID and all that.
Yeah. Well, did you basically explain that we the Convincing Idiots single-handedly had a super spreader event
Yes.
Well, we didn't get into detail of who started this shit, but
Yeah.
so we were leaving that one for you to admit.
To admit, it may have been me. I don't know. It very well could have been. But no, I had a good Christmas and good New Year's and everything. I don't know. Yeah, we went to Detroit and saw the Leafs play the Red Wings. That was fun. Took a little trip there. But yeah, it was, I mean, good holiday all around. My COVID experience was I was down hard for 2 whole days. And then it was like
you
literally like a switch flipped and I was completely fine. Like absolutely like 1,000% better. Like
Brian and I
bad
are
2
still-
days.
Well, it's because
That's
we're old. It
true.
really hit us a little differently, I
Yeah,
guess.
the elderly don't take it as well as the youths. Yes. Yeah, but no, it was and that's the thing. Like, I felt bad after we'd all gotten together. So just brief backstory. All through COVID, when it was running rampant, and like every time I got sick, I was like, I bet this is it. I bet this is it. I never ever have tested positive for it ever.
Same.
Until this time. And it never once crossed my mind. The only reason I tested was because Dean had said that he was tested positive, and I was like, well, I still really didn't think I had it. I just thought, because by that time I was already better. So I just thought, well, probably the cautious thing to do before Christmas, just to make sure. And sure as shit, that for the first time ever, I tested positive. It was when I really wasn't expecting it to head my way, but alas, here we were. But yeah, I mean, all in all, good experience for me. Not good experience. It was great.
Yes.
5 stars, 10 out of 10. Would recommend. COVID. I
Getting
got
that
left
fucking
alone
boot
for
from the
2 whole
fall, I'll tell you
fucking days. I got to watch TV. Finished up some shows. So yeah, it was good. Watched some movies.
When I first that Saturday, it was a Saturday leading into Christmas. I feel like dog shit. Like I'm wiped. I'm coughing. I'm shaking. It was horrible. And Megan is having to do. We were planning on going to do last minute Christmas, shopping and touch ups and shit. And she was so mad because she thought I was faking it just to get out of shopping.
She knows you well.
Right. And then Sunday morning, she went and got a test, and she definitely lightened up 1,000% when she realized, oh no, he's not being an asshole. He really is have fucking COVID.
Oh, good. He does have COVID. Good.
Right. She was very relieved.
Yeah. So, Brian, you guys doing okay over there?
Yeah, Allie never got sick, fortunately.
She's too pretty to get sick.
That's right.
Yes, that's right. And I'm still just lingering dry cough and congestion, that type of deal. But at least I feel a lot better. Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, sorry, I don't want to throw your topic off too much, though.
That's right.
We already went through what we liked about 2024. We are in the midst of what are we excited about 2025.
Okay.
So would you jump right in, Nick, whenever you're ready.
We're talking about projects coming out, or like, are we talking like just things in general? A little bit of everything, whatever.
Yeah,
content, things you're looking forward to, whatever.
Cool.
So real quick, Brian and I both said Superman.
Okay.
I said the AC/DC and Jeff Tate concert.
Okay. Yep.
And Brian, you just said.
I just said the Fantastic Four movie.
Fantastic Four.
First steps.
Cool.
So,
all right.
Now you're caught.
There is something that Disney Plus is doing Marvel related that I'm very excited about, and it comes out actually later this month. It is an animated series called Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah,
it's from the same studio that made the X-Men '97. And I watched the trailer. It actually looks like the animation style is almost Spider-Verse-esque meets like
the '90s.
The old comic book, like that 50s comic book vibe.
Okay.
You know what I mean? A little bit. But in
Teenage
set
Spider-Man.
in present day.
Yes.
But the style of it is those very vibrant colors, that very comic book art of the 50s, 60s kind of style. So I'm looking really forward to that. It looks, like I said, when you watch the trailer for it, it certainly takes place in present day, and there's a lot of
he's in high school or whatnot.
Yeah. So I'm looking really forward to that. Yeah. So looking forward to that. So yeah, and then there's another one. I guess there's another animated series that's going to be coming out in like August or September I think it's called The Eyes of Wakanda, where it takes
Wakanda
place in
Forever.
obviously
Right.
Huh?
Or something like that.
Well, that was the name of the second movie. I think it's
That's
called
right.
Eyes of
That's right.
Eyes of
Okay.
Wakanda or something like that, or something of Wakanda.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that looks pretty cool. I mean, just based off of being so interested in those two characters, but like we all, for the most part, liked What If. I mean, there were some
Have you
episodes
guys
that were
watched the newest?
stronger.
It just
Couple
Me too.
episodes.
Okay.
Couple
Not
episodes.
their best
No.
foot forward.
Well, even the first season, I remember personally, I'm like some episodes really strong. Others, I'm like, I just
Yeah, I
don't.
haven't.
You know what I mean?
I'll probably finish it up after this because I only
Yeah.
have like 2 episodes left. But it
Yeah.
did not hit me the way the first 2 seasons did.
Yeah. So, but yeah, those two animated
Alright.
series that are coming up, I'm looking forward to.
I'm gonna go with Stranger Things.
Yeah, good one.
Final season, right?
of Stranger Things. Megan and I just got into it.
You resisted it for so long, and now you love it.
Resist, and then I regret it because of how actually fucking good it was. And now I'm looking forward to. I'm concerned. I'm concerned about the rumors of them doing CGI shit to make these kids still look young because they all got old.
Yeah.
There's rumors of that, and I don't want it to. I don't want a Henry Cavill mustache eliminator situation going on.
Yeah.
That's my fear. Is it I will be distracted by like, oh, that's not great. You know what I mean? Like that's my fear of that.
Yeah.
But I am looking forward to the resolution and all of that. I'm excited about the Stranger Things season 5, something like that.
5.
Yes. I think we have to put some faith in the power behind Netflix, and I would say that is their
golden child.
That is their prize, the crown jewel of Netflix original content.
Yeah.
If not the strongest, it's certainly up there. So I feel like they would pull out all the stops to make it legit. If they were going to go so far as to pull something like that, I think they would probably spare no expense to keep its legitimacy and do it right.
From my understanding of the plot is it starts the day after the last season ended, and it's been actual 5 years.
Yeah.
So these kids are now grown-ass adults trying to play middle school kids. So I don't know.
It's like the end of the season of Friends where Chandler proposes to Monica, and then the very first episode of the next season, he is visibly like 50 pounds thinner, and he's supposed to be wearing the same shirt, and it's supposed to happen that night, but he's very clearly, much different looking.
So, yeah. I'm excited, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Brian?
That's a good pick.
Another Marvel movie. A big year for Marvel. Thunderbolts. Very intrigued about this movie.
I saw a trailer for that, and it looked not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, the characters look interesting.
And the dude from Stranger Things also.
Yeah, David Harbour. Yeah, David Harbour comes back as the Red Crimson or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, it's basically the Marvel version of Suicide Squad is what it is.
Correct.
It's a ragtag superheroes that you get pulled back together. I'm interested to see. Was it Wyatt Russell come back as a U.S. agent for this as well? They did a great job, and the
whole cast is fantastic.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I can't remember the month it comes out, but I'm definitely intrigued by Thunderbolts.
At least at the end of summer or beginning of fall, I think.
Okay, I just hope they don't try to like make it James Gunn-ish, too funny, or blend in force in music and stuff like that. I don't know that they are going to do that. I just hope that they say, listen, this is we're just doing it our way.
Right.
Yeah, it's a similar concept, but these characters are interesting. Let the movie stand behind the actors and the characters.
Let it be a dark comedy.
Don't
if you're going to put humor into it, don't like go goofy skits or I mean, you could have a couple here and there that kind of gives you, if you have a kind of a darker character that you want to lighten up, you can do one of those jokes, but keep a dark joke. Keep it. I mean, these are bad guys. Let's be honest. They're bad guys who did bad shit in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them you could argue are unredeemable. I that was my only issue with the Falcon and Winter Soldier was, yes, I understand Bucky was under, hypnosis or whatever you want to call it, but he still murdered Tony Stark's parents.
Yep. That's right.
For him to be standing at the funeral seemed really weird to me.
Right.
Anyways.
Very insensitive.
Right. Like, even if, it wasn't you, but should you be at the funeral?
Right.
I don't know. Maybe you should go have a coffee and meet some of the other people out later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
That's all right. Nick?
You guys mentioned some concerts. I am looking forward to a concert I will be going to, as well as the Jeff Tate concert. I took the leap and I bought myself some Pearl Jam tickets for May in Pittsburgh. They are my favorite band, and I have not seen them in 16 years. This is the closest they've been to this area since then, so I jumped at the opportunity. So it's will be a very fun trip for me. Taking Robin, and she will be experiencing her first ever Pearl Jam concert. So I hope she enjoys it. But even if she doesn't, I will.
Care. Right.
I hope she does. But ultimately, no. I'm looking forward to it. So that's a big thing on the calendar.
Just let me enjoy this, please.
Right? Yeah. Just stand there. It's fine.
Smile. Here, have a gummy.
Yeah.
Here's a handful of gummies.
Yeah, there you go.
Enjoy those. I'm going to watch Pearl Jam. You can watch whatever fucking flowers you're seeing on the ceiling.
That's right. Yeah. So that'll be fun. Fun trip.
Very good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go to back to Marvel. And this one's out of probably everything we're talking about, coming out the most recent next month. Captain America, Brave New World.
Yeah, I'm definitely intrigued. Definitely will see it.
I wasn't excited per se, but I, once seeing the trailer and kind of reading some of the synopsis of it, and Megan's going to go only because she's, if she would ever leave me for an elderly man besides Brian, it would probably be Harrison Ford. So red, green, purple, she's going to go because he's on screen.
Sure.
Nice.
So
I'm interested in this too. I think it has potential to be very good, or just a complete mess.
Yep, I agree.
I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of in between
on screen. So I'm excited about that.
Is this a movie?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
It's Falcon as Captain America. So Sam is now Captain America, which was introduced in the Falcon and Winter Soldier series. So he's it's just the same storyline for the comics. So he is Captain America, and then Harrison Ford is now Thunderbolt Ross.
Because the one dude died, so he's taking over this role.
Mm-hmm. And the Red Hulk was a new character they introduced over the last few years here. So General Ross becomes a Red Hulk.
Okay.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I would like to see. We were talking about we were watching actually just last night. We were watching Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we were like, cause I'm like, I really like Chris Evans as Captain America. Like, I like him.
He's coming back
as the character.
Yeah.
But I hated every Captain America movie. They all sucked.
No,
were boring as shit.
No.
Like, he as the character, I liked, but like the movies were just so goddamn boring. Like, I want one to be good, real bad, but it's just. Which one did you like?
I like the first one.
First one's good.
Did you?
The Winter Soldier was
such
good.
high hopes for that one.
And the Winter Soldier was also filmed in Cleveland.
It wasn't my favorite, but it was okay. It was
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we'll see how the other two turn out there.
Yeah.
Yep. A show I'm definitely looking forward to. I'm so stoked for the show. I'm such a fan of the original series on Netflix. I'm so happy that they're picking this up and hopefully doing it correctly. Daredevil Born Again.
Ooh, yep.
Yeah, I think it's like an 8 to 10 episode series.
And that dude's so good as
Charlie Cox.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. I was going a different route. I'm sorry.
Who were you thinking?
the dude who plays the Punisher. He's because he's going to come back. That dude, I love. Did you watch the Punisher series or wherever? I think it was on Netflix or something. I loved it. That dude was awesome.
Frank, is it? No, it's not Frank. It's not Frank Castle. No, yeah, it's Frank Castle, but I can't think of the guy. John Barenthal. John Barenthal. Yes. That's the actor's name.
If you want to hear a good heartwarming podcast, he's got one where he talks to real heroes.
Okay.
Really good podcast. Yeah, he's a good dude.
I thought the version of the Punisher was better on the Daredevil series, which was phenomenal.
I didn't see it.
Oh, you have to pick. I think Disney has it. Same guy.
Yep.
Same guy. So they introduced him. They introduced him on season 2, I think, of Daredevil, and it's great. That was better done, in my opinion. Anyways, that was more well done than his standalone series. But he does a great Frank Castle and the Punisher. The whole torture.
I'd like to see that. I hope they bring Jessica Jones.
I think they are doing that. I think
Ritter is fantastic as that character. I hope they bring her to the MCU.
I think that's a rumor, and I've also heard they may bring back the other guy that did Luke Cage as well. Bring back all the Defenders.
Yeah, the Defenders. You know?
Yeah. So we'll see. But Daredevil Born Again, there's all kinds of stuff with it. They did a reshoot, this, that, and the other. Right. But I think they recognize it's a good.
They're going to be great, or it's going to be a mess.
Yeah, I think they recognize the fact they have a real opportunity to do something really, really good here because of all the fans of the original Daredevil series.
I want to see.
So I hope they do it right
together. The Punisher and Hawkeye fighting together, like in a scene.
That would be cool.
That would be badass.
Yeah, that would be badass.
What?
I don't know what set off those balloons in your screen, but they were going.
Yeah.
So what happens at balloons when I get the fingers going?
Nick, how about you?
I've got one here. I believe it is supposed to be streaming from what I actually went and looked it up. Featuring Nicolas Cage, the Spider Noir series on Amazon Prime. The spin-off from the Spider-Verse movies and stuff. That should be interesting because that's an interesting character. I mean, he's obviously, in the Spider-Verse movies, he's a bit of like comic relief and stuff, but I think they can do a lot with that would make it really interesting. Mm-hmm. And that setting.
You could almost make it a kind of Spider-Man meets Naked Gun. You know what I mean? Like that, because that's what Frank Drebin originally, him talking, giving the background things as like silly things are happening. Frank Drebin from Naked Gun is a noir detective.
Yeah.
So they could make that fun, especially with Nicolas Cage's like weird delivery.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I think they said he's that like in the 40s or something like that.
Something like that.
Spider-Man or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's just a fun character that I think would be
I hope
fun.
you watch Nicolas Cage.
I will. I'll be petting my Nicolas Cage while I watch it. Yes. Yeah. So that one should be fun. Dean, what you got?
All right. I said Captain America. Oh, Last of Us.
Oh yeah.
I don't know
Season
exactly
2.
what month it's coming out. Season 2 is coming out. Again, I'm not the biggest zombie fan, but you guys talked me into watching it, and I loved it. I love the characters. Pedro Pascal is phenomenal. Even that girl is a child actress. I'm sure she's actually an adult, but she was really good in it. Loved the whole show. So I'm definitely looking forward to season 2 of Last of Us.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah, I haven't met anybody that like watched it and didn't like it. Like it's one of those that like it's like Stranger Things. I don't really know many people who like know of it and have watched it and were like, yeah, I don't see what the fuss is about. It's not for me, anything like that. So like, that seems to be a hit all the way around.
Speaking of zombies, in October, I'm looking forward to the animated series Marvel Zombies. Coming out there. So I'm just a huge fan of the Marvel Zombie storylines, especially the first one. The first one is phenomenal. If you haven't read that, get the graphic novel. I think I have it. You can borrow maybe, but it's a whole alternate universe where they introduced them in the What If season.
Mm-hmm. That was my least favorite episode.
Was it really? That was my favorite one.
I did not like it. Again, I don't dig the zombie thing. It's to me, it just doesn't grab me. I'm going to watch the series when it comes out.
Yeah.
I will, but it just wasn't my it wasn't bad. Just wasn't my deal.
If they play off more of the graphic novel, I don't know what the storyline's going to be. Then I'm definitely interested to see a version of that on, played out, if you will. But
okay,
there was definitely some tragedy there and all that, because these are, one of the heroes at least recognizes the fact that they were heroes before. It's a whole thing. So we'll see. But it has a capability to be very bad, like you say, or to be very interesting. So
yeah.
But it's Marvel zombies, and you can't defeat them. That's the other thing too. Not only are they zombies,
they're superhero zombies.
You cannot. They are unstoppable.
Yeah,
they are unstoppable.
What you do. Like you get to a certain point, if something's unkillable, you're like, okay, then they win. And we just, this is life now. Just let's.
Yeah.
What more do we have to do or say?
That's right. Right. But how do you stop them? That's the whole thing. That's a whole other intriguing part as well.
If you can't, they win, and you just end the series and go, oh, that's just how life is. It's all
superhero zombies. There you
go. Yeah, they're too powerful.
Yeah,
that's my problem.
Well, zombies. Definitely looking forward to that. So, Nick, what else is on your list, sir?
I've got a new one. I just saw the trailer for it yesterday when we went to see Sonic 3 at the theater, and they played a trailer for a movie that I've never heard of. I don't know if it's a book or if it's where this comes from, but it's called The Legend of Ochai or Ochi, Ochi. Haven't heard anything about it.
Like ice creams, like
mochi. Are they mochi? Yeah, mochi.
Yeah, is that ice cream or cookie dough or some shit?
It looked so like. I want you guys and anybody listening. I want you to go just Google the trailer for it and watch the trailer for it. So the premise of it is very akin to like E.T. Okay, so it's this. I'm not sure what time frame it's set in. It almost seems like it takes place in some type of alternate world, maybe, where it's like almost seems like present day, yet there's
I'm watching it now. It's on mute.
There's Fred almost in some ways looks, I don't want to say Frontierland. Her dad seems like he's some type
there's
of warrior
medieval situation going on.
Yeah, something like that. And the girl, so they're hunting this beast, or they're after this beast. It's like a fable. They don't know if it's real, but it almost looks like early drawings of like or Chewbacca. If you ever saw the original drawings of Chewbacca from like George Lucas's, drawings and ideas for the sketches for the idea of Chewbacca. It's this weird little. It's like a part primate, part human, but with jagged teeth, meets Nosferatu. Very strange looking thing.
When do we all admit that Willem Dafoe is a goddamn national treasure?
He's fantastic. Man. He's fantastic. Yeah. Plug and play in any situation.
Yeah.
But she basically stumbles upon like a baby one and then kind of hides it, keeps it as a pet. Okay, so not only does the story is whatever. I mean, it's been done. It's nothing out of this world, but watching the trailer, it is cinematically, to me, it looks like it's shot in such an interesting and visually captivating way that it just caught my attention. It seems different and odd, and I really want to see what it's about. I don't know, like I said, I don't have any background on this story. I don't know if it's originally, I would imagine it's probably was a book in the beginning, but right. The Legend of Ochai or Ochi, I don't know how to pronounce it.
I'm halfway through it, and I definitely can see that might be one that I go with, that we take Nora to go see.
Yeah, perks the interest. It just looks
interesting,
different, like something just kind of unique. And like I said, just the visuals that it was giving me and the way it seemed to be shot was very interesting and cool looking. So yeah, I encourage you, nobody else is going to get excited about it off of that description, but if you go watch the trailer and see what you think, and with the sound, and it looks kind of interesting. So, but like I said, I just discovered it yesterday. We were at the theater and I saw the trailer play, and I'm like,
The Legend of
see that. Yeah. So,
yeah. All right, I'm going to go on a little bit of lighter note because I believe in the summer, maybe closer to the fall. I don't know, or don't remember, but. On Netflix, I think it's Netflix, we're getting Happy Gilmore 2.
Yes.
I think it dropped New Year's Day.
The trailer?
No.
No,
Oh,
the movie.
no.
The movie?
No. Is it? No. I don't think so. I think it's the
thought-
summer.
Yeah, it's the summer. It had to have been like the full trailer you're talking about.
Okay.
I can't imagine. I mean, you
Maybe
look at
I'm
it.
wrong.
I don't. That seems because they just announced that it was coming. Like they did the sneak peek trailer like last week.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but yeah,
I thought
mean,
it was like
again,
June or something. It was supposed
Yeah,
to come
that's what I
out.
thought. I mean, again, at least the two guys are back.
Yeah,
Adam
Shooter
Sandler
McGavin.
and Michael McDonald, Chris McDonald.
Is that his name? Yeah.
Yeah, Christopher McDonald. They're back. So I mean, and they were the best part of the movie. So shit,
Sure. Yeah.
can't be bad.
Yeah.
Or it could be. Fuck, who cares? It's still Happy Gilmore 2. watch it.
Yeah. I don't think it rushed to the forefront of my because I'm just a little scared. Like I'm
Sure,
not scared.
sure.
I mean, it's not going to ruin the first one,
No.
but I am concerned that it is essentially a cash grab and that it's not.
But
There's no
best thing
way.
is just like we were talking about a Superman trailer, or the Superman movie, and they were saying that they made it a point not to be a cash grab. That the test screenings, people were comparing it to Guardians of the Galaxy of how good that was
Okay.
of a James Gunn film. So, and James Gunn specifically said, I did not want this to be a cash grab. This is so. I'm hoping they kind of do the same thing. I hope that he still has a little bit left in the tank to make an actual good film. You just use the beloved characters that we knew 30 years ago. So,
and honestly, like that is encouraging because as much as Adam Sandler does, his movies in the last couple decades are what they are.
Right.
I do think that I wonder why go so far as to make a sequel all these years later if you didn't have something that you thought needed to be done or you we can do this good. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be a silly, just a thing to get together with my friends like Grown Ups movies or whatever. You know what I mean? Like hopefully it is enough. It's more than just a nostalgia play. Yeah.
Right.
And you're correct. It was just a teaser trailer. I misspoke. So you're right. The release date is still TBD, but it'll be sometime this year. You're right.
I do hope that it would only make sense and be kind of fun if there was a role for Drew Carey to play, since he's taken over The Price is Right from Bob Barker.
That would be fun.
Kind of do a fun callback to that where Drew Carey punches him or something. That would be fun.
Cool. Yeah.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
If they don't do that, shame on them, and you should have been in charge of something.
And let's be. This was not an original thought. I'm going to give all credit due. Was Megan had that gave me that suggestion.
Oh, okay, nice.
It would be really fun, and so that's Megan's deal there.
Yeah, that would be good.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
All right, so that's mine. Happy Gilmore 2, Brian.
Behind every man. Is a honest woman who's having her good ideas stolen by that man. There you go.
That's right.
Passed off as his own.
That's right.
I blame her for all my comedy on this podcast.
Sorry, Brian. What exciting picks do you have that Allie came up with?
Yes, give us Allie's next pick.
Well, this is not Allie's pick, but one of my favorite movies. I've talked about several episodes. Return of the Living Dead. This is back in 1984. One of my favorite zombie movies, arguably one of my favorite movies of all time. Just so much fun. I did not realize this.
Doing a reboot, right?
They have redone it. They have a reboot coming out later this year. I don't know if it's going to be in the theater or exactly where it's going to be, but it's set in the 80s, and it sounds like it's a retelling of that story. So for me, it's going to have to be. I don't know how you could top the original.
You're not scared a little bit?
That they'll ruin the original?
Yeah. Well, not the original, but it'll still be garbage because you're still in your head comparing it to the original. Just kind of like what we've talked about some of these others.
Sure.
I'm at least glad to see that they're setting it in the mid 80s like the original was made in. Yeah. Okay, so if they have fun with that, then I'm trying to keep an open mind. I don't know who's in it. I don't know really much. I read the synopsis of it, so I'm definitely intrigued to see it and see how it is. If it sucks, I'll just keep watching the original anyway.
There you go.
Nick,
Perfect.
anything else?
No, that's all my stuff.
All right.
I got two more. I
Go
mean,
ahead.
three, because like one where we talked about earlier in the show about Monday Night Raw on Netflix premiering tonight. I'm excited about that. But Mortal Kombat 2, it's yet to be determined.
I'm intrigued.
Which date did you? If you watched the first one,
Yes.
it was good enough to warrant a sequel. It was fun. It was.
I liked it.
Yeah. So
It didn't do well. I know a lot. It didn't get like great reviews or anything, but
who gives a
I
shit?
liked it.
I loved it. It was, and it's one of these movies. I rarely get my 13-year-old son, to text me out of the blue, and he texted me just a screenshot of somebody saying Mortal Kombat 2 coming in 2025, and I'm like, well, shit, let's fucking go. If he's excited, I'm excited. So.
Yeah, they teased Johnny Cage coming in and a couple other characters, right?
Yeah, which originally it was supposed, or he was trying to get to be Johnny Cage, was Mike Mizanin, the Miz from WWE, because
he'd be great.
He's kind of like
He'd be
that's
great.
his role, right?
Yeah.
And like as soon as that first Mortal Kombat came out, he was like online, like petitioning, going, "Who else could be Johnny?" Because remember the first one, they teased Johnny Cage coming.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Who else could be Johnny Cage?" That's fucking made for me. So I hope that he is Johnny Cage.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool.
He's
He's from Cleveland, right?
Sorry.
Yep.
I forgot it was on The Real World.
Yes. Yeah, he was Cleveland boy. That's all I have. That was my last one.
Nice.
Super quick. I'm very interested in they're remaking The Running Man. Glenn Powell. Comes back.
That's right. Glenn Powell.
He comes back as the Arnold Schwarzenegger character. That's all I know about it. They're redoing it. Comes out this year as Glenn Powell and I guess it's along the lines of the story. I don't know.
Like the book, because it's a Stephen King, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I request again 2 things.
Mm-hmm.
2 cameos I need. I need Arnold Schwarzenegger somewhere, even if he does a voice or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't, Jesse the Body Ventura.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
A quick cameo somewhere, maybe in a background. What would be great is if somebody's watching, in this scene, somebody's watching the workout video his character was doing.
Yeah.
Because Jesse just did a podcast. Yeah. And he did a podcast, and he told the story that he went and did, like, it was a whole day shoot of making an actual hour-long workout video just for that very quick clip in the movie. But there's a whole workout video he did for the movie. He learned calisthenics and aerobics and the whole deal. So I would love to see Jesse Ventura as some sort of quick cameo in the back.
Love it. I can't believe you didn't mention this one, Dean. Wednesday, season 2.
Ooh, yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Oh.
Lusting after teenage girls, Dean's one of his favorite pastimes.
She's an adult, Nicholas. She's an adult.
Andor season 2, which will lead up into the the prequel movie that went New Hope, right? Not New Hope, it'll be lead up into the
Rogue One, yeah.
Rogue One, right? Then it kind of picks up from there.
Yeah, and I guess every 2, it's like, if I'm not mistaken, it's 6 episodes, and every 2 episodes jumps like 2 years, or
it makes sense.
A series of years every 2 episodes
into Lightspeed almost.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm. Final episodes of Cobra Kai. See how they wrap that up.
Oh shit! Good point. Yeah, I'm excited about.
They're making a new Karate Kid movie with. They played the trailer for that too.
Well, you got to play off the popularity of Cobra Kai, I suppose.
Yeah. That's what Robbie. She goes, "Why? Why are they doing this?" I said, "I think that show like is popular. Like people like it.
No, the show is really popular and really good. But why wouldn't you do that? Like, make the show as a movie? Why do you need to combine the shitty reboot Karate Kid with the original?
Yeah,
that's what they're doing. Is they're combining what's his name? Goddamn it, Jackie
Will
Chan.
Smith. Oh yeah, Jackie Chan. Right.
They're combining Jackie Chan's from that Will Smith kid.
Oh yeah, he was in the. Yeah, that's right.
They're combining him with Ralph Macchio and doing this mega Karate Kid.
Okay.
So I mean, yes, granted, I'll watch it, but still, I'm not looking forward to it.
I'll wait for the stream on that one.
I'll watch it. I don't want to, but I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of Marvel shit. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to watch it, but I will. I mean,
yeah.
And then I didn't realize they were making this either, but there's going to be a series apparently where it takes place in 2125 or something like that. But this is an alien series.
Oh, Alien Earth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alien Earth, where the xenomorphs come to Earth. They're found in a ship or something like that, and they are released into that future Earth. Definitely intrigued with the xenomorphs on Earth. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you could do a similar thing with them in different periods as well, but I don't think it's as interesting as the Predator. But I'm intrigued.
They don't have
we'll see what happens.
They don't have the soul, you know what I mean, of when fighting. It's just a monster coming at
killing
you.
to kill. Right.
At least the Predator has like a face and it's got body language to like you could do stuff with.
Yeah, it's the whole hunting principle. That's just their the challenge. And anyways, that's it. There's a lot more stuff I'm sure we could say we're looking forward to, but that's definitely some of the highlights for sure. Yeah. Well, one thing that many fans, I'm sure, gentlemen, are looking forward to in the very early 2025 is the end of the first episode of Convincing Idiots in the futuristic year, 2025.
25.
In the year 2025. Yeah, we're just stealing from Conan at this point. Brian, go ahead.
All good comics do, my friend. Everyone steals from Conan O'Brien.
That's right. That's right. So, Nick, could you please give us our first outro in the futuristic year 2025?
I absolutely can.
Like 1997, Nicholas would think somebody in 2025 would talk like.
It is the year 2025, and all of your ear holes are being filled by the cybertronic voices of Millennial Nick, Gen X Brian, and Zennial Dean. If you have not already done so, find us on all of your favorite futuristic websites, such as convincingidiots.wordpress.com, or travel into our link tree. That is correct. Google Convincing Idiots, Linktree, LINKTREE, and there, I'm basically the Wizard of Oz at this point. And there you will find links to all of our social media accounts, because in 97, I probably would have foreseen social media being a thing.
Well, of course, you were a very smart child.
For this very futuristic episode of Convincing Idiots.
Did you think we were all going to be robots or just super regal?
The answer is somewhere in between. Never clear, but yet a little of both. The future is mysterious and treacherous, young Dean. Old Dean, very old Dean in 2025.
Yeah.
That's right. In 2025, Dean is 50, and Convincing Idiots is still good.
I literally had my birthday yesterday.
That's right. Happy 50th birthday to you. So, for this episode of Convincing Idiots, I am regal robotic millennial Nick.
I'm super old Dean.
50.
I am Gen X Brian.
Yet Brian is somehow Benjamin buttoning this. He's going backwards. He is the oldest, but he is getting younger and more vibrant and youthful as time goes on. So
You missed the beginning of the show, but he was doing backflips.
wouldn't you like to stay young and youthful with us and listen to all of Convincing Idiots through 2025? Consider yourselves convinced. Fuckers.
Hey there, if you like that video, or if you just like to watch us make fools of ourselves, please like and subscribe to this channel. We really appreciate it, and we hope to see you back here.
Ham grape.
NFL streaming records on Netflix. We had more people watching video podcasts on YouTube. More
Ours?
than- not necessarily ours.
No,
but
not
podcasts
no.
in general.
Oh.